Well, be clear, it's not a question of taxpayer money can't. It's not going to come. It's just not going to come. There's sufficient demands on the taxpayer already. I mean, we look at the healthcare system, we look at health in the community. There's so much demand. This money is not going to come from government. And if you look at, for example, universities, if you're going to compete with the big American universities, like them, the money is going to come from generous donation. And personally, I think it's very good when people have accumulated a lot of wealth that it goes to such good causes and is put to such use.
In your view, and you rub shoulder, I mean, yourself wealthy, but also particularly when you were running the IOD, you rub shoulders.
Don't know about.
Well, relatively speaking, George, but you certainly rub shoulders with a lot of very, very wealthy people, and I've attended conferences with you with some of the richest in the world. In a sense, are they also saying, and I'm going to press you on it because it's a variation of the question I just asked you, do they look at that challenge and say, yeah, the universities that need money aren't going to get it from the government, but not only will I provide that money, but I want to give a little steer, just a little directional hint as to where I'd like that university to go?
Well, whenever an organisation accepts a donation, you have to look at who it's coming from, why they're giving it, and what they expect in return. Let me give you an example, if I can, from Merlin, the humanitarian charity that I used to chair. The more money raised, the more lives saved, the more distress relief. And we had a situation a few years back where we had a very substantial offer of money on a multi-year basis from a big international corporation. And it was unrestricted, which means you can use it for anything, which is what a charity like Merlin needed, because you can respond quickly without having to seek funds for it. That would seem tremendous. But that organization had a very bad reputation for malpractice in the third world. So you can say the money is being given to us to clean up their name. Okay, on those circumstances, you say, right, morally, we can't touch that. We're not going to be part of whitewashing it. However, that money would have saved lives. Can you look at a child dying of malnutrition or someone dying of a treatable disease and say, we could save you, but you wouldn't like where the money comes from? So you can argue that morally from both points. So even with a strong moral compass, the right answer is not clear.